Hello, class. This is my self recording. Number one, and add. Number two, bay, buy. Number three, bag, bake. Number four, bet, but, bat. Number five, boot, boat. Number six, bull, bowl, boil. Number seven, court, cot, cat. Number eight, collar, caller. Number nine, Don, dawn. Number 10, go, goo, good. Number 11, horse, horsey. Number 12, Ian, ion. Number 13, key, K. Number 14, look, lick. Number 15, marry, Mary, Mary. Number 16, Brian and Ann added their money and the group was able to buy the bay horse. Number 17, because their wedding was at dawn of Christmas Day, after they were married, Mary and Don's guests sang merry carols until they were hoarse. Number 18, to celebrate Georgia Southern's first football bowl game, we went to a big low country boil on Bull Street in Savannah. Number 19, the poor cat got its collar caught in the cot's hinge. Number 20, the 911 caller begged for someone to help him free his boat from the island key where high tide has left him stranded. Number 21, Kay and Ian looked at the iron smasher and licked their lips, knowing it was the last essential part of their evil plan to succeed. Number 22, give me a schemer on a puppy seed bagel, and my wife will like a slice of pecan pie and a scoop of butter pecan ice cream. Number 23, for the annual 4th of July parade, we always park our car in Harvard Yard and watch from the grandstands near the toilets of 33rd Street. Number 24, the girls are going out and about selling bottles of Vidalia onion sauces as a fundraiser for their school's theater club. Number 25, the grizzly and black bears are the greatest threats to our four dogs here in this mountain town. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do these scenario responses. A new minister has been installed at my church. I have not formally introduced, I have not been formally introduced, but I run into him each time. We run into each other alone at the grocery store. What would I say to him? I would say, "Hello, how are you doing, minister, pastor, whatever his name will be." I will let him know what a wonderful job, how we enjoy his sermon, and what a good job he's doing at the church, and I'll just let him know my name, and I'll let him know I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. I'll try to keep it simple and brief and short. The next situation, oh, this is a tough one. My daughter, 16-year-old daughter, wrecked my car. So I'm gonna get to the police station. I'm gonna be very angry. I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me, Brooke. I'm completely baffled, and I can't believe what you just did to my brand new automobile. You know how much I value it. You know how much I cherish it, and you know you're not allowed to drive that automobile even with my permission. Since we're in the police precinct, there's only so much I can actually tell her, but I will let her know when she get home she's in some big trouble, and she will be making this up for years and years and years and years to come." All right, I'll tell my boss. I appreciate this $1,000. What does that add up to? $20 a year. I've been with the company over 30 years, so $20 a year. That's not a good that's not a good amount. But hey, something is better than nothing, and I greatly appreciate it. You know, hopefully my retirement package will be a whole lot better than this $1,000. All right, number 29. All right, I'm at the drugstore. I'm buying some condoms, and an old friend come up, and all I can say is, "Hey, better safe than sorry. No glove, no love." You know what goes out here this day and age. All these sexually transmitted diseases. All right, number 30. My mother cat just passed away. She called me on the phone. You know, I'll be like, "Mom, the cat lived a wonderful life. What was it, 40 years old?" Cats is gonna die one day. The good thing about cats, they so easily replaced. What I'm gonna do, mother, we're gonna go to the adoption center, and we're gonna look for a nice, wonderful cat for you. My treat. And number 31, I'm gonna describe my hometown. My hometown, I would say New York City, but I'm from the Bronx. So I'm gonna describe the Bronx for you. The Bronx is a borough with a lot of hills. The Bronx also is the borough with the world famous Bronx Bombers, also known as the New York Yankees. There's a lot of parks in the Bronx. There's a lot of community centers. There's a lot of high schools in the Bronx. My high school was 4 stories, and it was very big. We did not go out for lunch. I had to commute 10 miles a day each way just to get to my high school. That was a long commute. In the Bronx, it's not like Manhattan. It's not, stuff is not as close as Manhattan. You have to walk 7 blocks from when you get off the train just to get to your destination. So the Bronx is more spread out. It's a larger borough, and it's the only borough in New York City that's on mainland. That means you don't have to cross a bridge to get to the Bronx. The Bronx is the only borough without crossing the bridge that you can get out of New York City. And the Bronx is connected to Connecticut. So from the Bronx, you have Connecticut. So us people from the Bronx, we call ourselves Bronx Knights. It is the only mainland in New York City. Also, in the movie Warriors, which is one of the all-time great movies, they had a gang truce which took place in the Bronx. After the gang truce went bad, the gang, the Warriors from Brooklyn, they had to travel from the Bronx all the way to Brooklyn with every gang in New York City trying to get them. You know the end of the story. They made it safely. That was one of the greatest movies of all time, in my opinion. So there you go. The Bronx. Bronx is a wonderful place. Luther Vandross is from the Bronx. Derek Jeter had his wonderful baseball career in the Bronx. Tracy Morgan, the comedian from 30 Rock, he said he's from Brooklyn, but he went to high school in the Bronx, and we grew up together. He lived in my community. I knew him probably for at least 7 to 8 years. He's a little older than me. He's 45, and I'm a little younger than 45, as you can see. But the Bronx, one of the greatest cities in the world. In my opinion, the greatest city or borough in New York City. So it was a fabulous self-recording session. I really enjoyed it. And y'all have a great day. I'm sorry, great evening, class.